The future looks very bright for Peyton Gilliland next on the Chris Top program.
Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
I am the one and only Chris Top.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
Broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment.
The VCR and the DVD, there was a night of that right back in 1970. We didn't know about the World War Web, was a whole different game being played back when I was a kid. Wanna get down in a cool way, picture yourself on a beautiful day. Big bell bottoms and groovy long hair, just walking in style with a party full MP3 play. You can listen to the music on the Chris Top program. You can hear the music on the Chris Top program.
Only Chris Top.
Play the music on the Chris Top program.
Sunny Clarksville, Tennessee.
This is the Chris Top program.
And I'm the one and only Chris Top, broadcasting live from our lavish home studio here in sunny Clarksville, Tennessee, with an ocean view. How in the heck are you doing, world? It's so good to see you today. And everybody that's watching on Facebook Live, hi, how are you? I don't know if you can see me or not. You can probably see my hand at least. But Allie is not here today, so that's why Peyton actually took Allie's seat. So I was able to actually kind of put part of me in it too, I think. Maybe I'm in it, maybe I'm not. I don't know. I was going to play the CMA Fest promo, but I figured I would just tell you about it. But it's coming up this June, the 6th through the 9th. It's going to be, let me turn my speaker down. It's going to be so much fun. We've got interviews starting on the first day, on that Thursday, and they're going to go from like 11 until 7 or 8 o'clock, I think, that night. And I've still got people wanting to be on the show, so I may actually end up extending it a little bit. But so far, we've got 24 artists that we have lined up for that Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then on Sunday, we've got the big Red Carpet WABA Awards event, which is going to be a lot of fun. And thanks to our friends at Magnolia Emporium, we are able to do that. So I'm going to maybe rent a tux again this year and get some selfies with everybody, because that's always fun. We're going to do selfies like before the award ceremony, and we're going to do like pictures with the winners and stuff like that afterwards. And the nominations are up, and if you want to nominate your favorite artist, feel free to do that. You can go to christopprogram.com and get all the information on how to do that, which, you know, it's easy. All you got to do is send me an email and tell me your favorite artist and what category you want to nominate them for. And then the top 4 artists that are nominated are going to go on to the voting round, which is going to start next month. And then the winners will be announced at June 9th at the Commodore Grill in Nashville during CMA Fest. And they're going to walk away with a WABA. And we're only doing 4 categories this year, but there's a reason for that. I've got something else that's going to be, I think, a lot of fun that we're going to kind of throw in there with it this year. And I'm going to let you know more about that next month. So I'm going to keep you in suspense just a little bit longer. But I sure do appreciate you listening on the website, on christopprogram.com. I appreciate you listening on iHeartRadio, if you listen to the archive shows later, Spotify, Spreaker, wherever you listen, however you do it. I don't care. I'm just really, really glad that you do. So, Peyton, you've been driving for how long? Now, it took you an hour to get from Nashville.
Yes, from Nashville.
Okay, and you were in town for what? I forgot.
Just overnight. I had a production meeting yesterday with Lincoln Parish.
That sounds important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope so. I hope it's important.
Is this like a life-changing kind of deal or what?
Oh, you never know. I hope so, though. I mean.
Okay, now you said that you told me this was your first interview.
Yes.
Yeah, are you a little nervous?
A little bit.
Don't be nervous, because this is like just a conversation between two people, and that's it. And I've got headphones on, we got mics,
right,
and Facebook Live, and all, a few thousand people probably listening. We're good. Yep. It's okay. Okay. So how often do you get out to Nashville?
Usually I just come up about once a month, but recently we've been coming a lot more. Like the past couple of weeks, we've been coming up each week. And then next month I'll be up here for 2 weeks straight, so.
Oh, so I asked your mom jokingly earlier, but I mean, why don't you guys just move to Nashville?
I mean, maybe one day. Probably when I'm out of school and go to college and all that. I'll probably end up here. But
Are you planning on going to college in this area, you think? Or
yeah, I would love to.
Okay.
I would love to.
Now, what are you going to major in college? Does it have anything at all to do with music, or are you going to try? What are you doing?
Knows? I mean, if I would probably do something with music, but if not, then I'd probably do something random like dermatology or orthodontistry, something fun.
Something,
like that.
Yeah. So you get out to Nashville several times a year. Now you're coming for 2 weeks. You said next week.
Yes.
So what's happening in that 2 weeks?
We're recording for an EP.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah,
now,
I'm super excited.
Okay, so how many songs are on the EP?
6.
6.
Yes.
So, and you're thinking about possibly an album, maybe?
Maybe, yes. We're considering. Probably for the next project is probably going to be an album.
Okay, so for it to officially be an album, how many songs do you need on it?
I think around like 8 to 10.
It's just 2 more songs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got an album.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is interesting. This is fun. Are you trying to get it all done before a certain date, before CMA Fest, or is there like a...
We don't have a release date yet. We're just, going with the flow, trying to make sure nothing's forced or anything like that. Just art,
Yeah. Now, I would think, for me, and I'm not as near as talented as you are. Now, okay, let me ask you this first. Do you write a lot of your songs, or do you collaborate on all of them?
Yes, I am a co-writer on all of my songs. I only have one that I'm not a writer on, and that one's not out. It's one of my favorites, though.
Okay.
It is, yes.
Okay, so let me ask you this question then. How difficult is it, like, say, when you write, because I know you've got probably hundreds of songs sitting in your closet.
Lots, yeah.
And they're probably like your children, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So how hard is it to narrow it down to 6, 8, or 10 songs to put on a CD?
It's extremely difficult. It's really hard because, there are certain things I love about each and every one of them, but it's really hard just to pick, 6. We were going to go with 5, but yesterday after the meeting, we were like, I think we're going to do 6 because it was just so hard to pick,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We're looking at 6 now instead of 5, but to answer your question, it's very difficult. It's hard.
Now, do you pretty much make the final decision on that, or do you really listen to other people? Because I know you might be a little biased because they're your songs.
Yeah. I try to listen to other people's opinions as much as I can, but, I also have my opinion. But I do take other people's advice, so...
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, have you released anything yet, or is all this, brand new for you?
I haven't released anything off the EP, but I do have 3 songs out as of right now, which are Hopelessly, Magnetic, and Ruthless. Ruthless came out, I think, last week, so that one's pretty new.
Yeah.
Really excited about that one. A lot of people have told me that one's their favorite, so I'm really excited about that.
So this whole thing's probably exciting for you, isn't it?
It is very exciting, yeah, totally.
Because you've been doing this kind of thing since you were 6, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's and you're 15 now, right?
I'm 16.
You're 16 now. Okay. You need to update your bio.
Yes.
Yeah. So for 10 years you've been doing this, and that's a long time for somebody in the business. But you started when you were 6, so you're still super young, and
right.
yeah.
And back then I was just singing at church maybe once or twice a year, but a lot at home, especially in the bathroom. In the shower, everybody sings. In the shower, but
what's the difference between you and say somebody that does the same stuff when they're 6? Sings in front of the mirror, sings in the bathroom, sings with their hairbrush, and what's different, you think, in your mind or your heart that makes you want to pursue a career in music?
Really nothing was different to me. I didn't know that anything was different, but people started to notice. When I was singing, they would be like, it would catch their ear, and they would say that it sounded good, and then I was like, that's kind of cool. People like it. So then I just started, singing at church, and every now and then I'll sing at restaurants or weddings and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah.
It's
one thing if you're singing and your mother hears you sing,
right?
Because she's going to say you sound great anyway,
right?
So it doesn't really count until
other people
strangers start to say, "Man." Not to say moms aren't important. Don't get me wrong, but I think your mom knows what I mean, though, right? Because moms are kind of biased, when it comes to your kids. So they're going to say you sound great when you could really suck,
right.
But the good news is I don't think you suck. I think you're wonderful
Thank you.
because, see, my thing is I don't have people on the show unless they're terrific.
Right.
And I think you're pretty terrific. And I think that, you could have a bright future ahead of you.
I hope so.
Yeah. But it's just a lot of hard work. It's a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you'll reach that point in your life where you'll have to make a decision probably. It's going to be like, am I going to continue to do this and work 2 or 3 jobs and play in Nashville and try to make a name for myself and just keep pushing? Or is this going to become a hobby,
I'm in the running phase right now, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely working for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm so happy that you are. And it's so nice. Obviously, you have supportive parents. So that's a big plus.
It means so much.
Yes.
Because I know a lot of artists don't have that, and it's really important. It makes things a lot easier.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If it's something that you love and you want to pursue it, it's great to have, parents that support you and that kind of thing. Do you do other stuff too? Is your mom a soccer mom too, or is she?
I ride horses, so she.
I did read that. Yeah, yeah.
I love horses, and that's my favorite thing to do other than music. And my mom used to be a trainer, so she was the horse mom instead of the
that's
soccer mom.
cool.
And now she's a music mom, so
yeah,
she's a jack of all trades.
So you have just a big love for horses as well, then.
I love to ride.
Yeah. How many horses do you have on your farm?
We have about 10 right now.
See, that seems like a lot to me. Like a lot of horses.
Really, it's not a lot for us, at least, because we used to have a lot more. And because my mom, like I said, she used to be a trainer, so she used to teach lessons and all that. But now we're private, so it's just our horses. So yeah.
Okay. Now, can you like ride a horse and like jump a fence and stuff like they do on TV?
Mm-hmm.
Can you really?
Yeah.
Is that scary? It seems to me like that would be scary.
Maybe the first time. But you get used to it. It's a lot of fun.
How old were you when you jumped a fence on a horse?
I think I was probably 5 or 6.
That's crazy for me. That's just crazy for me. I don't know if I could handle it. I couldn't handle the pressure. We've got. I want to say hi to a few people that are watching in the on the Facebook Live. We've got Andy Ray in the chat. We've got Randolph in the chat. Randolph is actually one of my sponsors with Magnolia Emporium. I want to say hi to him. Travis Myers is in the chat. He says the goose is watching you, girl. Is what he says. And then we have Jason in the chat. I'm assuming he's related.
Jason, that would be my dad.
Yep. Okay. So Dad's watching as well. He says Dolores and I are watching, and he says that we love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my dog.
Yeah. So I just want to make sure everybody gets their shout outs, and they're rooting you on. They love you. So you've got a fan base already, which is good. But you guys need to get on there and nominate Peyton for some WABA awards, because we've got you lined up for an interview. So everybody that we have lined up for an interview is eligible to be nominated for the award. So you could see the WABA's right over there. So you could have one of those on your mantle, at home.
In my music room.
Yes. See, you need that in your music room. So you guys get on there and make sure you nominate Peyton and get her in the voting round. That would be cool. So I'd like to see you do that. And you need to come to. I know I've got you scheduled for an interview one day. I forget what day it is. I've got them all written down.
I don't remember either. I'd have to look back.
Yeah. There's so many, but I would love for you to come back on that Sunday night to the WABA Awards too, because that could be fun. Yeah. We got to get red carpet selfies and stuff.
Yeah.
Don't let me down.
I won't.
Peyton, all right?
I'll be there.
I'm watching you. Okay. So I do want to talk about your songs, because if we don't watch it, we're going to just use all of our time up rambling and stuff.
Right.
Normally what I do is I'll pick out my favorite song and I'll play it first, but I haven't had a big chance to listen to these all the way through. So I'm going to hear these kind of myself for the first time as well. So what I want to do is I want you to pick, you said your favorite was what, Magnetic?
I think Hopelessly is my favorite.
Okay.
I like Hopelessly and I like Ruthless, but I think Hopelessly is my favorite.
Okay, I don't have Hopelessly on here. I've got the two. I've got Ruthless and Magnetic.
The two, my favorite is Ruthless.
So it's Ruthless. So we'll save that one and play that one next. Okay. So how well do you know Craig? Because we were talking about him a little bit before you came back here.
Craig is great. I haven't known him for that long, but it feels like I've known him for forever, because he's such a good guy. He's helped me write a lot of songs since I met him, and I'm playing with him soon at a coffee house, so that'll be fun.
Okay, and this is next week when you come back? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I love Craig to death.
He's fantastic.
Yeah, is he helping you, or is he producing your EP? Or
he helped me with some marketing things, and we wrote a couple songs together.
Okay. Yeah, Craig's a good guy.
He's so awesome at writing songs too. He gets them done in an hour flat. We've got a song.
He can bang it out.
Yeah, super easy.
Yeah, no joke. How did you meet? How did you end up meeting Craig?
Craig, I met him through John Salloway.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So just a recommendation, and
yes,
then
he is a good friend of ours. I met him through co-writes too. Those are two of my favorite people to write with. So
good. I'd write with you sometime, but I'm not any good. So
I'm sure you are.
I could come hang out, like when you're like writing with all these like really like cool people.
You could come watch.
Yes, let me know, and I'll just come and I'll like say a couple things, and just make sure you have food there and stuff like that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and I'll just chill out.
Okay.
We talk about horses. Mm-hmm. I don't think about horses either, but we can talk about it.
Yeah.
So Magnetic, tell me a little bit about that. Like, what inspired it? What's it about?
It's about kind of falling in love with the wrong person. Like, he's a bad boy, but you like it. So you just kind of lean into it, And, I mean, I wouldn't recommend it because it doesn't end well.
Okay.
But sometimes you just can't help it. That's what it's about, how he has this magnetic pull on you and you can't really help it. But
now, is this from like a personal experience, like a real life experience?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It is, yeah. But it was about a year ago or so I'm over him now.
Yeah. Isn't music wonderful, though? Yes. I mean, isn't it great therapy?
Yeah.
Look at all the money Mom saved on a therapist after stuff like this, when you can just go write a song about it and get it out of your system.
Production and everything. It might be a little more expensive, but...
Oh, that's true.
It sure is good
That's
therapy.
true, yeah.
It really is.
Maybe in the long run.
Yeah.
But see, the cool thing is, though, you're writing about something that's totally relatable to a ton of other young women your age, and you might be helping somebody else.
Yeah, that's what makes it fun, is that you can like really compare with other people.
Yeah.
And they can really relate to a lot of things. A lot of things.
Yeah, and people love to be able to relate to that, and they love to know that somebody else has been through the same kind of pain or the whatever that they have. And, I might be quite a bit older than you, but I was 16 at one time, too. And I know, I can relate to it as well. So good for you. Was it hard to write about it, or did it just kind of flow out?
That one was really easy. It was actually one of the first songs that I wrote with Hannah Arn, actually. She is the first person I started writing with, and she's how I met all these connections and stuff. And really, without her, I wouldn't have made it as far as I have. Not that I've come very far, but you know what I mean. And
you are a superstar already, because you're trying, you're doing everything right so far, and you're doing everything that you can.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, but she's been a big help. Huge help.
All right, so we're going to play it now. This is Magnetic, Peyton Gilliland, right here on the Chris Top program.
He is poetry in motion, he flows free, free like the ocean. I'm drowning, but it doesn't worry me, 'cause I got an ocean, maybe this is meant to be, yeah, maybe this is meant to be.
couldn't get away if I tried. That's Magnetic, Peyton Gilliland, right here on the Chris Top program if you just tuned in. I always forget to turn down my speaker after we come back on. It sounds all weird. It starts making those noises and stuff. So that's a good song. That's a really good song.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, okay, so say I'm a fan now. So how do I purchase that song? Like, where do I go?
You can go to iTunes,
Okay.
Spotify, really anywhere you can download or stream music.
Okay,
Just
so-
search my name and the name of the song.
All right. And is there like a place that you would prefer that I go buy it? Like,
You can listen to it on Spotify for free, and it would give me some extra listens. So that'd be cool.
okay, so
Yeah.
Spotify is so I need to put you on my Spotify playlist.
Yeah.
Already have.
That would be awesome.
You're already on it. Yeah. I was just trying to be like facetious
Right.
just then. But no, you're on my playlist. So you want people to do that to put.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if somebody wants a hard copy of something, do you have anything like that available yet? Not
I
yet.
don't have any CDs or anything like
Okay.
that.
Now, are you going to go strictly digital for the EP, or are you going to have hard
yeah.
copies for that?
I think we might have like a CD or two, but mostly digital.
Gotcha. And that's like a good way to go for an independent artist.
Right,
That yeah, and it's easy, and most everybody's doing that anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
I like having physical copies, but I also like to get the digital copies as well.
I'll have one just for you.
Oh, did you hear that, Mom? Isn't that sweet? You did such a good job with her. I know you can't see her on Facebook Live, but Mom's sitting over here kind of like in the corner.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got a picture, and I'll take a picture of it. I'll take a picture of my picture later. But I've got Peyton on the wobble wall, so she's up there with some of the other artists that have stopped by the Chris Top program studios here in Clarksville, Tennessee. So you're coming back in 2 weeks. You're going to work on the new EP / possibly maybe an album.
Yes.
What are you leaning toward? EP or album?
EP.
EP. Yeah. Are you like wanting to do an album though?
We'll probably
or-
do an album after this. After the EP, we're probably going to do an album next. We'll see.
So like all new songs.
That's not a promise, but we're thinking about it for sure.
Okay.
Having an album
Now,
next.
all right. Now, I got a couple things to ask you.
Okay.
So we're tight now, right?
Right.
We're good.
We're friends.
We're good. Okay. So if you want, like before you release like EPs or singles or album stuff, you can like send me some songs. Just let me
Yeah.
hear them first.
Yeah.
I won't
Maybe
tell
listen to
anybody.
A couple of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
just don't share them.
I won't share them.
Okay.
I won't talk. I mean,
You
I
have to
won't.
keep it a secret.
It'll be top secret, hush hush. Totally. But that just between you and me.
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
let you listen to them.
Sweet. That makes me feel important.
Yeah.
Yeah, when people send me stuff. Yeah. Also, I would like for you to make me a promise.
Okay.
All right. So when you get to that point in your life, when you've hit that pinnacle, when you have reached the absolute top of your game, and you are just an absolute pop sensation superstar, don't forget about me. I want backstage passes.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah. So where would be your dream venue like to play? Like what stage?
I haven't really put a whole lot of thought into that, but I know a lot of people like have Times Square on their bucket list. That one would be cool. That's a bit ambitious, but
That would be a lot of exposure.
it would.
That would be lots of
A lot
exposure.
of
Do they even have a
exposure.
backstage there? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We'll
It doesn't have to be
ask.
there, but I mean
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to hang out in the back and just meet all the, like superstars and like,
Yeah.
eat grapes, stuff like that.
Okay.
Whatever they do backstage, I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think grapes are aren't that is a New Year's tradition, isn't
Maybe, I guess.
it? It is in Spain, I know that.
Okay. Have you been
Yeah.
to Spain?
No, but I used to have a Spanish foreign exchange student
Oh.
a few years back.
Do you know Spanish?
No, I
No?
don't.
Okay. I don't either.
I've done,
Yeah.
I take Spanish in school, but I
Yeah.
don't really learn anything.
Okay. So do your friends ever get frustrated with you? It's like, okay, Peyton, we just want to go to the movies, but you're like home writing songs and going to Nashville every weekend, and we can't ever hang out with you. What is wrong with you?
Sometimes they do.
Yeah.
They're like, why are you gone all the time? Really, it's more teachers that get aggravated with me for being gone. Mm-hmm. One in particular. I won't mention the name, but
Not your music teacher, probably.
not my music teacher. No.
I bet your music teacher loves you.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't have music this
do all
year,
the
but...
do the other kids like in the choir? Do they hate you at school? Like, oh, it's Peyton.
Yeah, maybe
She took
a
my
little,
spot. She
a
took my
little bit.
spot this year. They hate you when you come to karaoke too. I bet, don't they? It's Peyton's
probably.
here. We're not going to win tonight. Nobody's going to request us to get up there and sing because Peyton showed up again. Now, do you ever get a chance to do stuff like that just for fun?
Yeah, I play sometimes. Well, I sing at church a lot when I'm in
Mm-hmm.
town, but recently I've been out of town during the weekend, so I haven't been able to sing a whole lot. And, you know, the people in the choir from church are like, come on, come back and sing with us. And I wish I could, but, you know, I've been so busy. And I'm excited to get back into that.
Yeah.
But I sing at, you know, every now and then I'll get to sing at a wedding, which those are probably my favorite. I love weddings. And coffee shops every now and then. So, yeah.
So what do you think is your favorite? Would you rather perform in front of like a handful of people at like a little intimate songwriters kind of thing? Or do you think you'd prefer like a giant crowd?
Probably somewhere in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
But just a bunch of people I don't know, because I don't like performing for people I know. It's really awkward.
Is it?
Yeah. Because if you do bad, then they're going to remember it forever.
Yeah.
They know you. Whereas a bunch of strangers, they're not going to be like, oh, yeah, you did horrible last week.
Okay.
You know?
Like, is it hard, like family gatherings and stuff? I know people ask you to sing at that stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
Is that hard for you, like around family?
Yes.
Yeah?
It really is. And, you know, I hate to admit it, but sometimes it frustrates me. I'm like, really? You want me to sing right now at Christmas dinner? I'm about to open my presents.
And now you've got to sing Silent Night again.
Yeah, every year.
Well, maybe one day. Maybe one day they'll stop. They'll just leave you alone. Who knows? Okay, so I'm going to throw this question just out of left field at you. But everybody that's on the show for the first time, I like to ask them, like, you know, things that they're not going to find on PeytonGilliland.com.
Right.
You know, like, what's your favorite, or if you could choose any superhero power, what would it be?
Oh, fly. I would love to.
You fly? That's so boring. Everybody chooses flying.
But that would be so
What?
cool, though.
Well, it would be cool.
People, you know,
It would be cool,
write
but-
songs about that.
Yeah?
Stuff, how they wish they could fly. I'll fly away. Because I would fly away if I could fly.
What band would you most like to have an opportunity to open for?
Someone like, oh, I love Borns. That would be cool. You know, maybe like, I don't know, I love rock. Those types of things. Like, you know, I've told you that I love Cage the Elephant, so that would be awesome. But I'm working with Lincoln Parrish, who used to be a guitarist for them. So that's really a dream come true. But to answer
That
your
is cool.
question-
Was it hard for you to talk at first, like around?
Oh, yeah. I've only met him twice. Yesterday was the second time, but the first time it was bad. Like, I think I did a pretty good job of not, like, showing it or anything, but before and after, I had shaky knees, so...
Sure, you're trying to be all professional and you can't help but fangirl.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little bit difficult, but I was so excited. So excited.
Yeah.
I still am so excited for it.
And I butted in, but you said to answer your question, you were going to, like, tell me which band.
Probably, I mean, you know, Adele would be awesome.
Oh.
Again, that's pretty ambitious, but...
Yeah. So that's going to lead me into this question. If you had 5 minutes, and only 5 minutes, no more, no less, you drink coffee?
Sometimes.
All right, so you got 5 minutes to sit down and have a cup of coffee, and this is with anybody. Anybody living, anybody dead, anybody throughout history. Who would it be?
Can I pick two?
Okay, you get 2.5 minutes apiece with each one of them.
Okay. So probably John Legend and Amy Winehouse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess obvious reasons. I mean...
Amy Winehouse is my favorite. I've loved her forever. She has just such an amazing voice and such a cool style. Like, nobody was doing that back then. And she, you know, threw jazz in the mix and made people listen to it. So she's really a huge inspiration to me. And John Legend, I mean, his voice just...
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's really amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to play this other song.
Okay.
Okay, now this one is called Ruthless, and you said that was your favorite out of the two.
Yes.
All right, so tell me about this song. Give me some knowledge that only you have about Ruthless.
Well, so Ruthless is kind of a revenge song.
Oh,
So
does this relate to the other song?
It might.
Okay.
It might.
I'm reading between the lines.
Yeah, you might have to. Anyways, yeah. So the first one was about being drawn into someone who you know you shouldn't, and then the next one is about getting revenge on someone who drew you in. So yeah, they might connect.
Okay,
And
a
then
little
someone-
bit.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta ask you this question. So the guy that you're writing these about, has he heard the songs?
I mean, I'm sure he has. We haven't
Right.
talked about it or anything.
And he knows they're probably...
Yeah, he knows. I'm sure he knows.
Great therapy.
Yeah.
Great therapy. All right, so this is Ruthless, and I do want to say this before I play the song. I would really, really love for anybody listening, if you like these songs, then you should buy them.
Yes, please.
Yes, you should not steal them. I mean, even if you have the equipment to do that, I could go on there and I could steal these songs all day long. But I would rather buy them, support the artist, so they will hopefully make more songs, because if I like them, I want them to make more songs.
Yeah,
And
because he's nice.
yeah, and you know what? Like, how much does a song cost on iTunes?
99 cents.
99 freaking cents.
Yeah.
That's it. So you could skip Starbucks one day and you could buy a whole EP.
Right.
Yeah, just one day you could make your own coffee and then buy a whole EP. It's not that hard. Yeah, and I just feel like it's really important that you guys get out there and you support these independent artists, because you know, this is how they get the word out and this is how they get their music out. You know, I don't want Peyton. I don't guess you flip burgers yet, but you might be flipping burgers if you move to Nashville for
Not yet.
for a little while.
I'm sure
you know?
it'll happen, though.
Yeah. So it's going to happen, but I don't want her flipping burgers forever. So if you like Ruthless, go out and buy it. Peyton Gilliland, the Chris Top Program.
What if I was ruthless? What would you do? Would you run away? Would you hide your face to try to find somebody new? You know, if I was ruthless, I know what I'd do. I'd play your jealousy and your love for me, and then I'd break your heart in two. Ruthless, yes I am, and I'll prove it. Don't give a damn, and it's useless. Ain't nothing you can do. And the shade fell, yes it is. How quickly I'll forget all the good things. I can't be so ruthless just like you. What if I was heartless? No reason why. Driving you insane, messing with your brain. I wouldn't even have to try. Yeah, I could be so heartless, given the chance. I'll show you how it feels when I love you real. Then I leave with no goodbye. Ruthless, yes I am, and I'll prove that. Don't give a damn, and it's useless. Ain't nothing you can do. Shake fell, yes it is. How quickly I'll forget all the good things. I can't be so ruthless just like you. I can't be so ruthless just like you. I can't be so ruthless just like you. Ruthless, and I'll prove it. Ruthless, yes I am, and I'll prove it. Don't give a damn, it's useless. Ain't nothing you can do. It's shameful, yes it is. How quickly I'll forget the good things. I can't be so ruthless just like you. I can't be so ruthless just like you. I can't be so ruthless just like you. Just like you.
Ruthless, a.k.a. the Revenge Song, right here
Yes.
on the Chris Top Program. So, does your EP that's coming out, and does it have like a theme to it, or all the songs just kind of different?
I would say it's a little less poppy. A little
Less poppy?
Yeah, a little more like dark. Not to scare anyone away,
Oh.
but more like Andre Day vibes, like some more Adele. Just less pop.
Mm-hmm.
A little
Okay.
less pop.
Maybe is there a little bit of pop in it though, or is
Yeah,
there is
it's
there a
still-
happy song in
Yeah,
it,
there's
or
still pop undertones, and yeah, it's not like sad. It's just, more, darker chords and all that. Just, I don't know. I think it's going to be really cool, though.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for it.
And we're looking at 6 songs.
Yes.
And you're hoping to... Now, are you going to release the EP? I guess an EP comes out all together, but I guess you'll promote different songs at different times. Is that how that works? Okay. Do you kind of have like the songs in order, how you're going to do it?
Not yet. We just have which songs we're going to do, and we're working on order still.
Okay. So you're going to come back to Nashville and hopefully get all that done next week. Yes. You're going to take 2 weeks to work on it. And then while you're in Nashville, are you going to be doing any writers' rounds or playing anywhere?
I have a writers' round. What day is it? April 4th at the Maxwell House Hotel.
Okay.
And I'll be there with Craig. He's going to be playing with me.
April 4th.
Yes.
I have to put that on my calendar.
Some
yeah.
unreleased songs play there too.
So
yeah.
So those are going to be songs that are unreleased that are going to be on the new EP?
I think one of them is going to be on the EP.
Gotcha.
And there's going to be 3 that we do, I'm pretty sure.
Gotcha.
But all the ones I'm doing have been written with him. So it's going to be super exciting.
Now, how many times do you think you've been to Nashville by this time, at this point?
Well, see, the first time I came here was probably, I guess, almost a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago now.
Okay.
And back then I was, coming up maybe once every other month just for lessons. And then I started recording, and then it just kind of snowballed from there. So I would probably guess... I really don't even know. I've lost count at this point. Yeah, it's been a lot. But
thinking back at your first time in Nashville, did you feel a little overwhelmed? I mean, being in Music City, this is like where some of the greatest artists in the world are at. Is it just a good fit for you?
It was. It almost felt a little bit like, I was floating. I was like, whoa, what's going on? But it was really exciting. And I don't think I was overwhelmed. I was just a little bit in awe, but not overwhelmed, if that makes any sense. Yeah.
Sure. So do you see yourself being a Nashville resident in the next 5 or 10 years, you think?
Yeah, I hope so.
Why?
As soon as I'm out of high school.
Why Nashville as opposed to someplace like New York City or Los Angeles?
Well, I mentioned the horse thing. I love to be more like, I consider, Nashville, Tennessee a little bit more country than, New York or Los Angeles, wherever there's more room for horses. So where there's room for horses, that's where I'll be.
Right. Who's your biggest fan?
I have friends who are twins. Probably their mom.
Yeah.
I love her so much.
Yeah. So she comes to you. Do you play any back home, like at different
venues
and stuff?
Yeah, I played at school once or twice this year.
Yeah.
And there's little kids at my school who think I'm actually famous. So they really love me. Yeah. And it's really a cool feeling because, they don't know any different. But, to you, they really, you really are, famous in their eyes. So it's cool.
Well, these little kids are looking up to you already. And that's a cool place to be. You can help those kids out. Yeah. What kind of advice would you give those kids if they asked you about getting into the music business or trying to get to where, the level that you're at now, where you're producing and writing and stuff like that? What kind of advice would you tell them?
First of all, heartbreaks make money. Second of all, be patient and just keep going. That's really all I have.
Sure. And, those... There are lots of songs written about the heartbreaks, and I guess that's
all of them.
Yeah, and I guess that's good because, we talked about how it's therapy and it's relatable, and I guess that's okay. I guess, right?
Yeah, it's a very vulnerable position for sure because you're, putting all your emotions out there for everyone to see, but at the same time, it is a little bit freeing because you put them out there and people go, "Yeah, I feel the same way," instead of people going, "Wow, you're weird."
Yeah.
There may be 1 or 2 people who think that, but for the most part, people are relating to it.
Sure.
And saying, "Yeah, I've been there too." So.
Yeah. Now, eventually, you're going to, as you get older, you're going to meet that right guy that understands.
Hopefully.
That music's important to you, but. How do you think you're going to handle that situation? Is it going to be like this? Is the perfect guy for you going to have to understand that music is your first love and that's always going to come first? Or will you change that for the right guy?
Well, I'll never let a man stand between me and my, dreams and my career path and all that, because
There might be a song in that.
Well, yeah, true. And that's just silly. I mean,
Sure.
anyone who wants to change you is not right for you.
Yeah.
Unless, you're doing something really terrible with your life. But for the most part, if anybody wants to change you, then they're not right for you. So
Sure.
I would say it's just going to have to be somebody who is okay with the way I am and what I want to do and all that. So, yeah.
I absolutely love you, and I'm glad you came by today to talk and hang out and chill. And are you going to eat some of that stuff in there? Like,
I don't know.
you should take some with you. You got a long road trip.
True.
You could fix a little plate and take some cookies and some cupcakes. I can't eat the stuff.
Yeah, it was very kind of you to put that stuff out.
Yeah,
I feel bad not eating it. So
you should feel bad. That's why you should take some with you. And Mom, you should take some too. Mom had some fruit.
She did have some.
She ate a little fruit. She's trying to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I understand. You could take I got apple juices. I got the fancy ones. I didn't get the ones in the plastic bottles. Yeah. Just trying to hook you up.
I'll think, yeah. I'll definitely take some of that. It would be kind of rude of me not to.
So this was your first interview. How did it go?
Pretty good.
Yeah. So I haven't turned you off from ever doing any other interview ever again?
No,
That's good.
I think this is a great introduction.
That's good. That's good. This is interviewing 101.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I'm going to see you again this June for sure. And try to come back, you and Mom, maybe that Sunday night for the WABA Award event.
Of course, yeah.
So we can get some I want some selfies with you too, Mom, if that's okay. Yeah, you got to make me look good though. Don't steal my thunder, Mom. Okay. All right. So, if people want to follow you, find out what's going on, buy your music, where's the best place to go?
For sure, my Instagram at Peyton Gilliland Music. It's pretty easy to remember.
Peyton Gilliland Music.
Yes.
Gilliland.
Yep, that's correct.
Okay.
And the Peyton is spelled with an E. People like to spell it wrong. But
Gotcha. So that's the best place. Now, do you have a website?
I do have a website. It's
Okay.
PeytonGillilandMusic.com. So
Okay.
just so long as you remember my name, you can search it pretty much
Then they can
anywhere.
Google it and just find you anywhere.
Any social media, anything like that.
And you would love for people to get your stuff on or listen to it on Spotify. And increase your place on Spotify.
Yes.
And then when the new EP comes out, are you going to have orders for that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I want to get the whole EP, how do I do that?
You're going to pre-order it on iTunes.
On iTunes. Now, when is that going to be available? Do we have any?
Not sure yet, but if you follow me on Instagram, I'll keep you updated.
Peyton Gilliland. Was it
music? Peyton Gilliland Music
on Instagram.
On Instagram.
Gotcha. Okay, I will definitely check that out, and I want to get me a copy of that EP. Now, I want you to send me the songs before it comes out, because it gives me cool points. But I still want to buy the EP as well.
Okay, awesome.
All right, so I'm not trying anything shady. With you. So don't think that.
I don't.
Okay, good. I do appreciate everybody that stopped to listen today, whether you're listening to it live, whether you're listening to it, an archive show on iHeart, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, wherever you listen. I do 105,000% appreciate it because I know there are a million other things you could be doing, but you chose to listen to us. And that makes me feel pretty darn good. So until we broadcast again, please remember this. Life's good. We're gone.
Maybe a dark things might be looking grim. I guess it's time for an acronym.
2, 3, 4.